What we're hearing is the fair amount of precipitation this winter for Service Area 3, that's the main North Islands area. That could mean anything. So with our area, a lot of precipitation, I mean, with our temperatures that fluctuate +2, -2, could mean just a lot of rain, could mean a lot of snow. So we just have to be prepared for everything. Last winter, we saw a lot of events that were difficult to forecast. So we saw a lot of scenarios that were surprising. They weren't exactly the same as the forecast said. Either there wasn't snow when it was forecasted, or there was much more snow than forecasted. We had both ends of the spectrum. So something we learned from last winter is definitely we need to be prepared beyond what the forecast is. So even if a forecast says we're about to get 5 centimeters, we should be prepared for 25 just in case, because the climate's fairly volatile these days, and we want to be ahead of that. We use a few different forecasters. We do have a contracted forecaster that monitors multiple different models, and then they try and give us their best guess based on the multiple models. And then we also use some other forecasters as well. So we're kind of looking at the spectrum, and you can see the variance. We kind of try and see what the gambit is out there as far as forecasting, and then work within those parameters. In this service area, something we really have to be cognizant of is icing conditions. So when those temperatures are fluctuating above and below zero, and something very important to us is road temperature. We could have an air temperature of 2 degrees, it could be raining, but the road temperature could be lower than that and it could freeze. Bridge decks have their own microclimates, things like that. So we're really watching the road temperature, the dew point, the humidity for freezing conditions. Probably the most difficult events for us are events that are repetitive. We've seen those over the last number of years. So if we have a snowfall and then it stops, and then 2 to 3 days later it starts again, we often don't have time to get all the side roads, the rural side roads done and cleaned up before the snow starts again. And when the snow starts, we have to go back to the main arteries, Highway 19, 19A, Comox Valley Parkway, places like that, to make sure that they're clear before we can head back. So unfortunately, if we have repetitive events over and over again, sometimes those side roads, it takes us a little while to get to them. But we do, with all events, we have all our resources deployed, plus we hire as many subcontractors as are available to try and get that snow away as quick as possible. But people do need to be aware, sometimes it does take a few days to get all the snow off the roads. We're staffed 24 hours a day, so same levels on at night as during the day as well. We are often use night when there's less traffic to do a lot of our cleanup after an event. We also use the nighttime. We usually do de-icing in the night because the coldest time is just before dawn, and that's when we often see the most risk of black ice. We have a lot of information on our website, mainroad.ca. There's some winter FAQs, some more information about the service area, some videos about the different classifications of roads, as well as Drive BC has some information, and Tran BC as well. Let's all have a safe winter.